Hello, everyone. How is everybody today?
Hello, everybody. So,
We're in Vermont, so
yeah, we had quite a hectic week. We worked Monday through Thursday, and Susie had Friday off. I ended up taking a personal day on Friday so I could um, take it off too, because we had to get ready for our trip. We're in Vermont, like Sue said, and I had a lot of things I had to do the rig first, and Sue had a lot of shopping and stocking and trying to get everything together because she's in charge of all the most of the logistics of trying to get all that clothes together and stuff like that, obviously. And I'm in charge of trying to get the rig ready and this ready and that ready and carrying stuff. And I ended up cooking too because,
that's right. Because he
you
called
know,
me on Thursday and said, "Hey, what do you think about going tonight?" And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Well, I have a lot of things to do, so I got cooking to do." And he's like, "What do you got to cook?" I gave him the list. He's like, "I'll do it." I'm like, "Okay." And so he did the cooking and he loaded everything up and he had everything loaded. When I got home from work, I got a couple things done and took a shower and we were on our way. So yeah, it made it really easy this time. I had loaded a few things and I had done shop in the morning and I had loaded our clothes in, but last minute stuff, we had gotten all the pillows and all that kind of fun stuff already in there. So
hello,
yeah.
Avi, living life.
Hello.
Glad to have you.
Hello, Whoa Nelly.
Rebecca
Thanks.
touched by Jan. Hello.
Hello, Rebecca.
Whoa, Nelly. Hello. How are you guys? Yeah. So we're talking about how our week was. It was pretty cool. We got everything together. And we left on Friday to head to Vermont on what about
Oh, we left Thursday night.
Thursday night. I'm
That's
sorry.
right. So he
That's-
decided to call
that's
me,
right.
and said, let's leave tonight. And I'm like, what?
And so Sue had some cooking to do, and I had the afternoon off, so I ended up doing some cooking. And by the time Susie came home, we just had to get the last minute stuff together and uh, load up Finicky Franny. And well, what did you think we left around what? Finicky Franny, and well, what did you think we left around what?
I think we left around 6:30ish.
6:30ish, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we drove to the New Hampshire, the first rest area in New Hampshire. And in New Hampshire, they let you kind of boondock, just go way off to the side. We had to level the rig. We had to put a little bit of, we had to put 1 2-inch clamp on both front tires for the refrigerator. And we boondocked in the rest area, which is about halfway here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we hung around on Friday morning thinking, okay, we can't go into our campsite till 2, so we dilly-dallied in the, we just kind of hung around.
Had sandwiches and hung around.
Yeah, just kind of took a nap because we were tired because we
took a nap because we didn't get too good of a sleep the night before because it was all hectic
and it was light, lots of kind of noise in the rest area, but took a little nap, and about that time we got up and headed up there thinking, oh, okay, so. Then we went on a little jaunt looking for some propane.
Yeah,
he kind of got a little nervous on the propane, so
got a little nervous because I ended up on the back road. Google didn't send us the right way, that's for sure. And we ended up on the back road, and the only place I could see to turn around was a Best Western parking lot, and so I'm looking and I went, oh my God, so I think I'm gonna have to back out. She goes, no, I think you can get around, and I did. It's a 32-foot rig and I had just enough room to get in and get back out. So we got back on 89 and headed north. So I didn't realize trying to find propane was such an issue. I kind of didn't think about it. But
so I finally called. He said, "Call the man." So we called John from it was Hip Camp at Woodbury
Meadows.
Beautiful really
place.
Nice man.
Yeah, beautiful place.
And we called him and said, "Hey, where can we get propane?" He said, "Oh, well, you can get it right at Tractor Supply." So he told us where to go. So we went to Tractor Supply and I realized I had forgotten Sweetie's coat. It was really cold on Thursday night. It was really cold. I had forgotten her coat, so I'm like, uh-oh. So we went looking for a coat. I forget, okay, Tractor Supply, we can kill 2 birds, 1 stone. So we went to Tractor Supply to get the propane and get a coat for Sweet Pea, and we got there, and as we stopped, a man came up to us and said, oh, because he was trying to get it all popped and stuff, and the man came up and said, I know how you feel. He said, I drive a school bus, so I know. And he said, by the way...
He camped in a school bus, so yeah.
Yeah, he said, by the way, your front leveler is coming down, so good thing.
Oh, my God,
we stopped there because it was almost touching the ground.
The pin that holds the leveler up, I guess, broke, and it was missing, and the vibration of the highway ended up screwing it down, and it was like, I don't know, I want to say 2 inches from the road, so it wasn't good. I'm glad we stopped. I'm glad he came over and pointed it out, and I ended up like cranking it back up, and I got it really, really tight and stuff. And we made it back to the campground. But my dad, when he sold his the rig left everything in it.
Yeah,
That he had, like all of the hardware and all that stuff, and there was a pin in there, so I put a new pin in. Of course, I checked the other side immediately, and that was fine. But yeah, that could have been bad. But anyways,
So we go to get our propane, and they're trying and trying and trying, and the man comes up to me at the window and he goes, "Could it be full?" And we're like, "We're newbies, we don't know."
I
And
mean,
he said,
the
"It's
panel
full."
the panel. I swear to God, I looked at the panel and it said 2/3. But I wanted to make sure that I was full when we got to the campground because I knew we were going to have a couple of cold nights. We were going to use heat. We were going to use this. We were going to use that. We're going to cook. So just wanted to make sure and take showers and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to make sure because I'm a newbie, and I did call my dad and I said, "Dad, I've got 2/3 of propane left." "Oh, you should be good," but the word "should" kind of sort of made me think, well, we got to get propane. Yeah. So the guy tried 3 different times. I watched him in my mirror, and at first I'm going, "Oh, great, there must be something wrong. He's not being able to hook up." So he said to us,
Yeah. So we put a half a gallon in. He goes, "I think you're
it
full."
was full. I was sorry so much. But anyways, I got
But
off
he
the
worried
highway.
about it, trying to find it. We got lost in the process.
Yeah, so I had
okay.
I had two kind of traffic incidences on the way up because I'm not savvy to driving a big rig yet. So I'm driving along and I decided to go into the breakdown lane and I missed a guy that was in my line spot. If it was during the day, I would have seen him, but she or he, whoever it was, beat, and I was able to get back over, and she went by and gave us a couple of gestures and gave me a brake job, and I'm like, "Sorry." And then as we're going to Tractor Supply, I've always seen these signs on the side with the trucks like this, and they'll say 10% grade or 7% grade or whatever. And it kind of dawned on me, and I was slowing down. The next thing you know, I came down a hill. There was a red light at the bottom of the hill, and I'm moving along at like 40. And I'm telling you, I let finicky Franny stops. Well, I mean, I was on them brakes. I didn't use both feet, but I was on them brakes.
There was a big truck in front of us.
And there's a big truck in front of us,
us.
and I didn't want to obviously hit it, so I ended up getting it low down and stopped. And
I kind of yelled, "Red light, red light." It was actually a yellow light, but all I could think was red light. So it was coming to a red light. So I'm like, red light, red light, red light, red light. So we managed to stop and.
Oh my God!
But there was a big truck, and as the truck went through, I saw the yellow light, and I knew it had already turned when he went through. Right, I knew we weren't going to make it.
I kind of had to stop. So anyways, I pulled through, and then Tractor Supply was right there, like maybe a half a mile down, quarter mile down. I pulled into Tractor Supply. So I get out, and as I'm cranking up the broken stabilizer pin, I started smelling brakes. I'm like, "Oh, don't tell me I got like a caliper sticking or something," because I'm a mechanic, but I ended up thinking about it. It was because I was on the brakes so hard coming down that hill that I probably nearly faded them out.
Yeah, that's a really steep hill. They even have a truck run away.
Yeah, that's my sister Sandy. We're in Sandy's
apartment. Sandy's
going to come
in say
Vermont.
hi.
Sandy's going to come in and say hi in a few minutes.
She's being shy.
Yeah, she is. She's being a little shy.
And Lucy once said you changed the pictures on your wall. Yes, he did. He did another Sandy Cornell photo op. And
I think she's
talking about the wall behind
us.
us.
Oh, the wall behind us?
No,
we're at Sandy's house.
We're at my sister Sandy's apartment in Vermont. So that's her wall.
Yeah, this is Sandy's house. Yeah,
yes, this is Sandy's
These
house.
are all her photos, by the way. These are all her photos, except for this one here. But all the rest are all her photos that she's taken.
Yeah, Sandy's my sister, and she's the one that sends me all the nice photographs. If you've seen any of my videos in the past, every once in a while I'll put up a montage of like photographs. That's all Sandy. She sees things from the camera lens that most people don't, trust me.
And while we're talking about that,
while we're talking about that,
I'm going to show pictures when he talks. Yeah, he can talk, and
on the way up
I just want to show some beautiful pictures that these are her greeting cards that she does, and they're so pretty. I'm gonna do it without getting. There we go. They're just gorgeous. She has a beautiful eye. My favorite sunflowers. So I just wanted to show some of the cards she does, and she does a little bit of everything.
Beautiful photographs.
There's her.
It's hard to show, but yeah.
Find it where the light's not hitting it.
There you go.
Beautiful.
But anyways, if you have somebody special in your life, and you want to order this, you can go to Nature's Essence Photography greetingcards.com and purchase any of these cards for somebody special in your life. They're really beautiful.
They're all blank, and they're just so pretty, and it's really nice card stock. So, and I really like this. I think I'm going to see if I can get this one here.
Yeah, they're not coming out too good because you get to tilt it this way.
Yeah, no, that way.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna like look at getting this, see if I can get this one made up big because I love the orange. So we're doing the camper kind of an orange and yellow. So, and look at this one. I mean, this is just this is a reflection
This is a
off
reflection.
the water of fall colors. Isn't that gorgeous? It kind of looks like a design. It's so pretty. She just does have an amazing eye, and she can tell you exactly where all these pictures were taken. This is actually the Green Mountains of Vermont, so I can see that on the back of it. And then this one here, that's just beautiful foliage.
It's beautiful.
And this is also Green Mountains of Vermont.
So anyways, the rest of our story, right? So
rest of our story.
So yeah, so now we're early, and we ended up. The guy at the campground, when Susie called to find out where to get propane, said, "Come on in. It's fine. Your place is empty. You can come on in." So now we're like 2 hours early. So this is cool. So we figure we're only like an hour, maybe 45 minutes away. And so we head to the campground, and we went by his directions. We went back out to the highway. We went another exit up, and we took exit 8, and we followed it in. And the next thing you know, I swear to God, we're on a dirt road, and it's closed. Closed. They have a trench across the road, right, Sue?
Yep, and of course it's at a detour sign, but they had the big where it says road closed sign that was knocked down, and
So-
the lady
so-
came out, and I'm like, well, maybe it's not closed anymore.
Susie said it can't be closed because the thing's down. I said, okay. I said, but I told her, I said, if I have to back out of here, I'm going to kill you. Remember that. She said, okay. So we go around it, and sure enough, we come to a place where you can't go any further, which was fine because I was able to get the thing turned around and back. So we went back to the detour, and we get back to that road on the other side of the first construction, and it's closed again. The only problem is this time is I'm on a road that's about 25 feet wide, and I have a 32-foot 8-inch rig, and I have to get this thing turned around. Well, luckily a UPS guy was there, and he zipped into this driveway quick, and I went over and talked to him. He said, look, if I can fit this in there, you can fit that in there. Well, I'm telling you what, I had probably about a foot on either side of the dualies in the back, and I had to get this thing, a 32-foot rig, lined up and turned around with a couple of multiple, tries, and back it between two ditches that were probably 2 feet deep. I mean, I swear to God, I was scared. I backed up, and the driveway was, as I'm backing in, was down like, so I had to get back, slam on the brakes, get that thing to stop. I had to aim between two ditches and get it right, because if I didn't, the finicky Franny would have been like this, and we would have had to call a wrecker. We were done.
He's worried.
But I did it.
You did good.
I can't believe it. I did it. So we got the thing turned around, and we went back. So now we're on this road, and we have you can't believe Vermont. All the roads, there's a few paved roads, but they're all dirt. They're nice dirt. They're nice to travel on, but they're dirt. They're not really well marked. And I had already talked to the UPS guy twice now because I went back and waited for him at one other place, and he came out and talked to me. The third time, he didn't want to talk to me. He wants to get his job done. So he blew by me and waved. Says, okay. Meanwhile, we called Sandy, who lives here, and said, I'll come get you. We'll be there in about 20 minutes. So we're sitting there and we're waiting, and I'm getting nervous now because there's no cell phone service. There's no way to get a hold of Sandy to find out if she has a flat tire, if she's rolled over in a ditch, if she doesn't know where we are, if she's not going to be able to find us, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff's going through my head. I was calm and cool. I sat there. I didn't say a word. We said, da, da, da. And all I said to Sue was, if Sandy doesn't show up in about 10 or 15 minutes, we're going to have to head to the campground because she obviously can't find us. But anyways, Sandy wasn't really sure where we were, actually. She had an idea, but she had to check a couple of other dirt roads first. She ended up finding us, and we followed her in, but we ended up being like an hour. We would have been there 2 hours early. We ended up being an hour and a half late. So the whole process took 3.5 hours from the time we called him till the time we got to the campground. Then when I get to the campground, I'm supposed to back into the first spot uphill, but I did that too. So I'm actually getting pretty good at backing that thing around, It was pretty cool. But yeah, we ended up being like what we thought was early. We ended up being late. So it was a little bit of a snafu, but as Tom and Lori says, It's all part of the adventure. You know, you just got to go with the flow. And I'm getting that. You just got to be cool. The best part of it is you have right behind you have a toilet, a stove, a refrigerator, and a couch. You're not stuck in a Corolla somewhere or whatever, so you can just chill out. It's fine. And people in Vermont are so sweet, I swear. We had 3 different people come by to ask if we were okay. Is there anything you can do? One lady said, follow me. I'm going right by there. But of course, we had to wait for Sandy. We would have been able to follow her in because she literally said, follow me. I'm going right by there, you know, but that didn't work out either. But yeah, Vermont people are really, really cool.
Very nice.
Matter of fact, we went to the capital, and I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing this, Montpelier,
Montpelier.
Vermont, and it was the most laid back, cool,
Yeah.
nice city.
Not even a city.
Not
it's
even
more
really
of
a city.
town.
It's more like
Yeah.
an overgrown town,
Yeah.
but just
Beautiful.
the coolest place. All mom and pop stores. There's no, thank God it's Fridays. There's no Home Depots. There's no McDonald's. There's
Absolutely
no
beautiful.
Wendy's. It's all mom and pop businesses and restaurants and quirky little stores. You know, it's just a beautiful
We
place.
had a
If you
great
ever
day.
get a chance to go there, I'm telling you, we had so much fun.
And then we skipped a lot of it. We just went down one road. And hi, Gary. Thanks so much for joining us. Gary's at work today, and he decided to stop and
Gary.
say hi.
Thank you so
Luke
much.
29. Thank you so
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was a really what a beautiful state. I mean, Vermont is just gorgeous no matter where you go and look around. But that little piece of Montpelier was really fun.
Oh, it was
We
beautiful.
didn't go into the state house because we had Sweet Pea with us, but it's beautiful. And there's also next time we come, we're going to do the state house and we'll do the Vermont Museum, State History Museum. But just walking down that road, we met a man who was playing an elderly man. He was 80. What is he? 87.
He was 88 years old. He just turned 88,
and he was tapping.
and he was a street performer.
Yeah, tapping and playing a drum.
Yeah.
And so we start to listen, and he told us his little life story, and it was so interesting, and it was just so fun.
And we did a video on that, so we're gonna
we'll
probably
show
do
that.
like a small video of just him. He was a really cool guy. He was an awesome character.
Yeah,
you know,
quite the life.
There were, and he's not homeless or anything like that. He has a home, and his wife's there, and all of that. He just likes to come out, and I mean, he was almost in tears when we left him. I think because we spent so much time talking to him.
He's like, "Oh, sorry to take up your time." He's like, "No, that was really
that's
enjoyable.
fine.
That made our day."
The story behind it is great. So when you see the video, you'll understand. Like he had quite a interesting life, and
then we came upon another older lady, which I had seen her across the street. My favorite color is yellow, so I'd seen her across the street. Oh, look at that lady wearing a pretty yellow dress, and
she had beautiful hair.
And then we came upon her, after we had met that first man, and we're like, "Oh, how are you?" And she was playing a little ukulele, and but she started talking. We think she had a little bit of.
Yes, Gary, we did. We got him on video. Yes, and there will be a video coming up on that on that man. Yes,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
But we got the little old lady, and she was a little, she was a little off. I think she was having, she thought people were chasing her and people were following her, and so Sandy kind of disappeared really quickly, and he was behind me, and he was trying to get away, and I kept saying, "Okay, I've got to run now," and she just kept talking. And I just
kept saying the same thing.
Kind of leave, and he managed to sneak away, and I'm like, "You guys left me," and I just couldn't leave her. I kept talking to her and trying to talk to her, and needless to say, at the end, I just said, "Okay, I gotta go." And as I was leaving, she was still talking to me as I was crossing the street, and I felt bad, but it just, she was, a little off, I guess, would be a nice way of putting it. But cute lady, anyway.
A very nice lady, yes. But and then my sister was with us, and she talked to a couple of folks too. That was very interesting, very, very interesting.
Net's blog, thank you so much. You're a new friend.
Hello.
Come visit us. Thank you so much for coming and joining us tonight.
Yes.
We're so excited to be here in Vermont. We're excited we're at Sandy's because we didn't think we'd have, we haven't had very good service. In fact, we should try to do a few of our, favorite ones like yesterday morning, but we had no service. We can upload, but we can't download. We can't even go on. Basically no service.
And I was able to put up a video yesterday morning. It's really weird, but you
can't watch anything.
You try to take a stream in on YouTube. We have no idea what's going on YouTube. We just got here, and there's a lot of comments I have to return back. So anybody who's here that I haven't commented back to, I usually comment right away.
Yeah,
We just haven't had a chance.
he's worried about
Soon-
no comment.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad. We're so far behind. As soon as we get back into civilization, I'm going to have to spend a lot of time responding to all of you, who I appreciate. I don't want you to think I haven't, because since Friday I haven't responded to anybody.
Yeah, we've just been out of service. So, and Gary, thank you so much. Gary said he shared us on his community tab.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. We so appreciate
Very
that,
much.
and it's awesome that you guys are willing to help us grow. We were so excited. We're up to 204, but as you know, the YouTube world goes, we went down to 199, and it was funny because we keep saying we celebrated after 100 with a clam boil,
We were ready.
and we were gonna have another clam boil here in Vermont. We were gonna bring it with us, but his dad was supposed to come, but his dad decided not to come at the last minute.
Yeah.
So we decided, okay, we'll just have it when Sandy's gonna come and visit in October, so we'll have it with his dad and Sandy in October. So then, but by the time we got here, we're down to 199. I'm like, well, good thing we didn't bring the clam boil. We couldn't have eaten it.
Right.
we couldn't.
Right.
We
We would
couldn't
have
have
to throw
celebrated.
that clam boil
Yeah.
away because we couldn't celebrate the 200. But we're back to 202. Thank you,
Yeah. So
All
thank
of
you
you.
guys. Yes.
all of you, everybody.
We so appreciate it, but yeah, YouTube can definitely be frustrating because you try so hard to get up there, and then before you know it, they take. And we were at 200 for
A long
week
time.
and a half
So I don't know
before
what
they took
happened.
it
I don't know
away.
why YouTube does it.
Yeah,
I
all of
don't
a
know
sudden
what
they took
happens. I
some.
don't know the reasons. I don't know if I'm breaking some sort of a rules to make it happen. I have no idea. I have no idea. But if Nelly is still here, I want you all to go over and check out their channel. They have some really nice, they have some really nice videos. And she's been a really good friend of ours. There's Brian and Lucy and Luna and Roscoe.
He's been begging her to
And I
do some organization and
Oh my
they have
God,
Class C
Lucy,
as
help!
well.
Help! Do a Class C organization video for us, because we thought when we bought that thing, we looked at all the cabinets and all the outside stuff, and we were like, oh my God, we're going to be able to store so much in here. It's going to be so great, and this and that and the other, but not so much. I mean, we pretty much got it full, and when we're on the road for 6 weeks this coming winter, we figure we can't store enough food or nothing. We're gonna have to go shopping
I don't know how
every 3 days or whatever.
the refrigerator certainly isn't big enough. And that big, beautiful head that just popped in there was Steven, that's Sandy's
It's
cat.
my sister's
Steven.
cat. Yeah,
And Steven is over here, and Sweet Pea's over here on
Sweet
the
Pea's over
corner, and
there.
Sweet Pea's not
Steve's over here.
crazy about Steven. She's scared, so she's kind of just.
Steven's really cool. Just Sweepy's timid and just.
Yeah, she was kind of laying. She was just laying down resting, but right now she's like, "Oh, he's back." So
Yeah.
she's sitting up like in attention, like going, "Oh my God, what do I do now?" So.
So funny.
But Steven's just all pretty cool.
So we tried to go to Cabot Cheese today. We wanted to do because you used to be able to do the cheese factory. So, we headed there. But when we got there, we found out that they haven't accepted people in the factory since the beginning of COVID. And even though COVID's over, they're still not accepting people in the factory. So we figured that people making cheese are sick of tourists coming in and gawking at them. They probably figure it's sweet not to have a bunch of people there, is what we figured. Because there's no reason for it at this point, I don't think. Because, you can wear a mask if you want, or not wear a mask if you want. Everybody seems to be pretty cool. I mean, these days, nobody's really giving each other a hard time too much.
And Gary just said that. He said, "Ain't that the truth about YouTube?" And he said he's thinking about writing and performing a song tentatively called "The YouTube Blues."
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Maybe
I'll subscribe to it because it definitely is the YouTube Blues. They really get you.
I should get my
Someone had
guitar
said-
back out.
Someone had sent someone. I was on a live somewhere, and they said the person was like 7 away from. I think it was 7 away from 1,000 or 5,000. I forget which it was, but 7 away from one of the big ones. And I wrote, I'm like, oh, that's no problem whatsoever. 7's easy. And the man wrote back and said to me, that'll be the hottest 7 you'll ever get, because and at that point we were still new, and so I didn't kind of get it. But now I get it.
There's a lot I don't get because
yeah.
we're
newbies
we're
and
not
we're
really
learning.
tech savvy. Matter of fact, it's a miracle that we're even here in front of you all, because I just had a flip phone not too long ago, and
I'm like, he calls me technology challenged for sure.
she is retarded technically.
Totally.
Not retarded, but retarded technically. And I'm not whole lot better, although I'm learning,
I can barely make the remote control for the TV work, so. Hello, palettes, pout, and perfumes. Thank you
Wow,
so much for
hello.
joining us.
Hello, everybody.
That is so sweet of you.
So,
Yeah, so no, I'm not good at any of that technology stuff. I can barely, I think a 5-year-old can, in fact, a 5-year-old has, Sandy's granddaughter at one point tried to teach us how to, taught me stuff on my camera. She took my camera, she goes, oh, this is how you do that. And I'm like, okay, she's 5. How sad is that? But anyways, yeah, is not my strong suit.
it's not my strong suit either, but I'm determined, and I'm not afraid to make mistakes. Like in the old days, when I used to write a column, I used to be on a computer, but it was basically Word, and I really didn't do much on the computer at all. And I was really afraid back then to make a mistake, because you can make a lot of mistakes on a computer back then, because it wouldn't ask you questions like, "Are you sure?" If you click something, you were doomed. You clicked it. Today, it almost doesn't allow you to make a major mistake, because it'll always ask you, "Are you sure? Are you this? Are you that?" Tumbling weed, I'll be like,
Hello,
hello,
yes.
hello, everybody.
Nice new friend. Thank you for coming
Yep.
to join us.
So, where was it? Oh, yeah. So, it's a miracle that we're even here in front of you all to even get this figured out. I just got it figured out. I hope I have chat replay turned on, because
I hope so.
so many people visit us, and we don't really have time to check it all out. So it would be nice to go back and check it all out. But then Box Van D sent me a message, hey, you got chat replay shut off. Well, I didn't even know there was a chat replay to shut off or turn on, and I ended up finding it.
So hopefully you
And
turn it
this
on
time
today.
I turned it on,
Okay,
so we
good.
hope it's on. The first time I did it, the very first time I did it, I must have turned it on and didn't realize it, I guess, because we had chat replay, the very first live we did, which we were scared to death to do. But we ended up doing it, thanks to Devil Dog. Devil Dog
He is very helpful.
encouraged us.
That's
He
what
said,
Gary
don't be
just said.
afraid, it's all fine, it's great.
As Gary just said, Devil Dog's always willing to help everybody and show you stuff. And so we're going to have to do Nightbot at some point. So we're going to have to get together with Devil Dog at some point and have him teach us how to do that. So
It looks like
we're working on that.
Tumbleweed RV Life just arrived at the M22 up there in Michigan.
Oh, nice.
Cool. I hope you guys have a great time.
Yeah, I hope you have
I really
fun.
do. If I was retired, we'd probably be there, but I'm not yet. So we're going to keep Finicky Franny going. I'm doing a lot of undercoating and a lot of scraping and a lot of all kinds of stuff like that. And I just put up a video on what I'm up to. So if you want to check that out, it's called RV undercoating. I've got about an 1/8 of underneath of her done. And I showed you like what I used and how I did it and the result, and I'm really happy with it. It seems good. Finicky Franny ran like a charm all the way up there, so I'm really happy with it. Everything works. Everything's great. Everything's working. We got a couple of issues. There's always issues I'm finding. Do you all find that? There's always an issue with an RV, no matter what, and that's fine. I've learned to accept it, because when you get in the thing and you go someplace, I haven't relaxed that much in years. Every single camping trip, I just chill out. It's great. It's just you got your home on wheels. It's not camping. It's actually glamping, I think they call it, because you have everything you need. It's like you've got everything you've got at home. You've got hot water, you've got your sink, you've got your bed, you've got a bathroom. So it's not really camping. Camping, I suppose, is a sleeping bag in a tent. Really.
Right. They work some across the way from us in the camping.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm just saying,
and
that's camping. That's roughing it. We don't rough it. We pretty much have everything we need. We're really looking forward to going to Quartzsite. So
that'll be our big trip.
Yeah, any of you people who are going to Quartzsite, let us know, because we'd like to meet all of you or any of you that's possible. We're planning on going to Box Van D's big meet, so we're going to meet a lot of you then. And I know I'm going to sound corny, but I'd love to meet Traveling Robert somewhere, some way, somehow, because he was my inspiration to start doing YouTube to begin with. And Tom and Laurie, RV Life, if you guys watch this, go to Quartzsite. I want to meet you guys, because that's why we're camping. But anyways, that's besides the point. So anyways, I hope you guys have fun up there at the Michigan meet. I really do. Any of you all that are up there, I hope you all have a blast. I really do.
Thanks so much, Gary, for coming to join us. And Gary said the only way he made it through college was with spell check. Thanks so much, Gary. He's got to get back to work for a while, but we so appreciate you stopping in and coming to visit us, and we really appreciate you putting us on your community tab. That's so helpful. We can't thank you guys enough. And by the way, Devil Dog sent us one of your stickers, and we can't thank. We're gonna do a mail call soon. So thank you so much. We love stickers. We've got I think that's number 5. I think we've got 5 stickers now. So we're really excited about that. We love stickers and can't wait to start putting them on the camper.
I love stickers.
We'll put them on there. So, but we're definitely looking forward to it. But thanks so much, Gary. We appreciate it and enjoy the rest of your night at work. Hopefully you don't have to work too hard.
And Tumbleweed RV Life asked us when we're going to Quartzsite. We are going in the winter. During January, during the RV show down there.
RV
and
show.
we're going to leave our house on Christmas night because it's just going to be a cool time to cruise. And I'm going to have Finicky Franny pretty much winter, ready to be used in the winter by insulating all the pipes and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to get from Massachusetts to Georgia on Route 10, and then after that, we won't have to really worry about freezing too much because I'll have it pretty much insulated, So we're going to leave there on Christmas, and then we're gonna go to Yuma, Arizona. I have some dental work to do because you can do dental work there for 25 cents on the dollar
In Mexico.
And so we're going to camp out just outside of Algodón, Mexico crossing. There's a Indian casino there, so we're going to spend a couple nights there. And then directly across the street, you can boondock. So we'll spend 2 or 3 nights across the street there. And then come back to the Indian casino, and I'll get my dental work. Then we're going to Quartzsite for the RV show. We'll probably spend a week there, maybe more, maybe we'll see.
Tumbleweed, that'd be awesome if you're going to be in Quartzsite in December. How long are you going to be there for? Just for December? We probably won't get over there. We probably won't even get down that area until the end of December.
We're leaving on Christmas night.
Yeah, so we won't get. We'll probably down
and then we'll
into
go
Arizona
to Yuma. That'll be another week. So it'll probably be the second week of January that we'll be
before
there.
we get there. So if you're still around, we'd love to meet you. For sure.
We're just going to boondock in Quartzsite because by then, hopefully, we're experienced enough to handle it all. I got my new generator, by the way. There's a whole other story. This past week.
Wait. Hello, Spaceman Dudley. That's so nice of you guys to join us. You're a new friend as well. So
Spaceman Dudley, hello.
Thank you for joining us. The whole generator thing. I've been chasing the generator for a month, 5 weeks now. I've been chasing the generator around, and the last thing I had heard was that it was in Arkansas. I'm like, how did it go from Massachusetts to Arkansas?
No.
You can't even.
No, Michigan.
No, it was Arkansas. No, it wasn't.
Oh yeah, it was supposed to be sent to Massachusetts from Wisconsin, but it went
from Illinois.
From Illinois,
right, and it ended up in Arkansas.
Correct.
Right. So that was the last I'd heard, and I called the guy that I bought it from and said, "Hey, where is it?" He said, "Oh, well, last I knew it was in Arkansas." So then the next time I called him, he said it was in Ohio. And he said, "Okay, it's in Ohio now." I'm like, "All right." So I called back 2 days later. "Okay, where is it now?" He said, "It's still in Ohio. It's been there since Wednesday." I'm like, "Well, that's not very helpful." He says, "All right, I'll work on it." And then the next thing you know, it is I get a message on my phone saying, "Hey, it's going to be delivered today." So I said, "Okay, great." So
awesome.
I called him, made arrangements for him.
It was supposed to originally take 7 to 10 days. Now keep that in mind. We're supposed to have it within 7 to 10 days. So now let's fast forward to five weeks. The guy calls Susie.
So he calls me, and the guy. So I arranged with him, and he had to get his friend to meet him. And of course, we have a dead end road, and we didn't think the guy would back his tractor trailer down that dead end. So we made plans to meet him at the church. So he met him at the church, and the next thing I got was a picture of him on the back of the truck, with the generator. So we knew, okay, we got it. And so that was that. And the next day I got another message, and I was just really busy that day and didn't look at it. And I thought, oh, it's probably just them saying thank you or whatever. And I never checked. And then we were sitting there eating dinner that night, and I look, and here comes it was an R&L carrier. R&L carrier. I'm like, I look out there. I'm like, don't tell me they're bringing another generator. He went outside. Yep, they brought us a generator. Back. One day, right the next day, 2 days in a row. 7
to 10 days we're supposed to get one. We wait 5 weeks, and then we get one back to back. And then so the truck driver goofed because it's the same truck driver, and he backed down. And I walked out. And I went hi. He went hello. I said, "What's up?" "Oh, I got another generator for you." I'm like, "Well, my Class C is only going to take one generator." "I know, I get it." He said, "But I'm obligated to come here. You have to sign for it, and then you have to reject it." So he gives me a piece of paper. I had to sign for it. Then he gives me a rejection paper, and I sign that. and off the second generator went.
But he backed down our road. The whole thing I've been chasing around for was I was worried that they wouldn't back down our road, and he backed down our
And he
road.
backed down our road
He's
anyways.
like, boy, nobody would give me a break.
Well, yeah,
And I'm like,
he's
that's why we
backing
met
down a
you.
very, very busy, narrow 2-lane road. I mean, the guy had a lot of guts to even try it. Never
I
mind.
know, I couldn't
And you're
believe
in
it.
Massachusetts. Everybody flips you off and blows the horn if you hesitate 1 second at a light that turns green. So they have no patience at all in Massachusetts. None.
Hello,
No,
Carl.
no.
Carl from Chilton, Indiana is another new friend.
Wow,
Hello.
Chilton, Indiana, cool.
Thanks so much for coming to join
Very,
us.
very nice.
We so appreciate it. And Tumbleweed will be in Baja, California. So we're going to be in Algodones for like probably the week after Christmas to the beginning of the month. So if you're around that, I don't know how far Baja is from.
It's not that far. We could probably meet you, yeah.
We'd love to meet for sure.
Not that
We'll
far.
be in that area, yeah, about last week of December, early January. We'll be there. He's going to go to Algodones to do his dental work. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'd love to meet. So that'd be really cool.
So we get the generator, and I've been freaking out about the generator because I didn't think it would. Not freaking out, but worried about how I'm mostly if the motor mounts are going to be the same for one thing, and how the hookup's going to be. Are they going to be the same? And So I opened up the package and I'm looking at it, and I took some measurements. It was 16 and 3/4 inches from bolt to bolt. I go down to the rig, 16 and 3/4 inches from bolt to bolt. The other one was 33 and 1/3 of an inch from bolt to bolt. I go down to the rig, 33 and 1/3. That thing is literally going to retrofit. It's amazing. It has the same exact. And the other thing I was worried about is the panel plug going to be the same exact panel plug? So it looks like you just literally. I'm going to have to get it on a piece of flat plywood. I'll make like a homemade box so that when it's on my floor jacket, it won't slide. We'll have it up on top of the board, and we're going to jack it in, and everything should just line up. Four bolts, a positive cable, a negative cable, and the plug, and the gas line. It looks that simple, I'm telling you. And all of the reviews I saw said it's plug and go. And one guy went,
Virtually.
no problems to really speak of. Well, no problems to really speak of sometimes means, who knows what that means, but literally. It's a PowerFlex. We originally were going to order an Onan because it had a Generac in it, an old, Generac. Well, the replacement for that would be a company called Onan, but it was 52 weeks to get an Onan. So then the guy ended up finding this other company called PowerFlex, and I did some reviews, and everybody loves it. Super quiet enough to be using National Parks, in fact. And it's retrofit. So I'm not nervous about it anymore. I'm just kind of anxious now. I want to get it in because we're going to be doing some boondocking here in about 2 weeks where I'm going to need a generator.
Yeah, it would have really helped on Thursday night too, because we would have had that. We could have used the heat, which we couldn't use because we didn't have the generator. So yeah, that would have been nice to have on Thursday night when we were boondocking in the parking lot in New Hampshire.
Right.
On our way here.
Right.
We stopped on Thursday night and just stayed in the rest area. So that would have been helpful to have.
Yeah, well, I just got it on Tuesday, and we're going camping,
Right.
and I had a bunch of things to do, so I had like no time to do it.
But it'll be nice when we
And
get
next week we're going camping. Because we're going home from here on Monday. Next week we get Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then Friday we're going camping again. So I doubt I'll be doing it next week because I have a couple of other little issues. Like I said, there's always issues on an RV. I'm getting that I have to address, and we'll be doing it again Friday. But the week after that, I think my friend's going to come over, and my dad's going to come over, and we're going to just go on ahead and throw the thing in and get it over with.
Yeah, I think we've got two more camping trips coming up.
We got Massasoit.
Three more. Actually, we got three more.
Three more. We're going to
Three more.
Massasoit State Park, Wampatuck State Park, and then we're going to Hosneck Beach State Park. So after those three, Finicky Fanny at that point is going to be shut down, and I'm going to winterize it so we can travel in the winter. And I have to put shocks in it, and I'd like to put universal joints in it, and make sure the brakes are good. Other than that, she's ready to go. I mean, everything works perfect.
Sweetie.
So, and I can do most of that myself.
Sweetie.
Sweepy's licking something. Hang on a minute.
It's okay, I did. She's just licking like juice that was
Oh,
left over from Steve's.
Okay.
Sweepy's enjoying.
Yeah, Sweepy's in a new apartment, and Sweepy's like a vacuum cleaner. She wants to get anything she can on the floor to eat or to play with or whatever. So now she's
Licking Steven's
you know,
food area.
this is Steven's home. So now Steven's food had to be moved because Sweepy would eat the cat
She would have
food.
eaten it already.
And so, but there's juice or something from the cat food on one of Steven's mats, and so she's over there licking it crazy. So we're just gonna let her lick. We're not gonna worry about it. Sandy said it's fine. So yeah, so I can't believe. I wished we got into camping earlier because we really do have a lot of fun. You know, it's so relaxing. It's nice. It really is. Nice.
And if all of you haven't checked out Vermont yet, and you have a minute, you have to be up this area. It's so pretty. It's just absolutely beautiful. They call it the Green Mountain area, and it is
the Green Mountain State. It's
it
just
is
beautiful.
It is
It's
beautiful. So if you guys
It's
have
so
ever,
laid back, you can't believe it.
yeah, what a difference! I can't believe having 3 people stop and offer help.
You know,
They went by as we were sitting on the side of the road. They went by and going onto the road that was closed, and I had to turn around and come back by again. And they're like, "Are you guys okay?" "Yep, we're good." And then the 3 times, and one lady actually offered to come on, follow me, I'll take you there. But we couldn't because we were waiting for Sandy to come by.
and
It's amazing.
it's just a laid back place.
Yeah, Massachusetts, no one would have helped us.
No,
like
and
that.
we were in the city for like probably 3.5, 4.5 hours, whatever, and we didn't hear anybody blow the horn. Get the heck out of the way! What's your problem? Nobody was screaming. There was no horns blowing. Everybody was cool. Everybody was calm. There was all kinds of characters on the street, but you felt perfectly safe. It's just a beautiful place, and the prices are reasonable. They don't like tourist trap you into any kind. Like if you shop around, you can get some really good prices on stuff. Susie loves trinkets, and matter of fact, our house is full of what I call trinkets, and I'm just not really. It's just what I call it. Knickknacks or pictures or memorabilia from places we traveled to, which is cool. But anyways, every square inch of our house right now, every single square inch of any place to have a trinket is full. And Susie can't buy any more trinkets because she doesn't have any place to put them up, and she can't take any of her old trinkets down and replace them because she's a soft slob and just can't do that. She just can't do it. She feels bad for the trinkets that she takes down.
There's a lot of stuff people have given to me. So if someone gives it to me, that's
stuff
it.
like
It's going to be up
and
good.
I just a soft slob. I mean that in a good way. She's heartfelt towards her trinkets.
My stuff. I like my stuff.
So we went on one trip with Finicky Franny, and all of a sudden it dawned on her. She went, "Oh my God!" And I went, "What?" She goes, "I can buy a lot of trinkets now." So that's what she's doing now, is buying little pictures and knickknacks and
stuff
trinkets
to decorate,
and stuff to decorate. Not too much because she doesn't want to take a lot down when we're traveling, but she's got some nice stuff in there. She's made it our home now.
Yeah,
I mean, she's changed a lot of the decor, and she's put up some pictures, and I don't know, it just feels like home. And we've got these beautiful air mattresses, by the way. If you're all camping, there's these air mattresses called Best Way, and it's the $28 version now at Walmart. We both have
Select
Comfort beds that you spend thousands of dollars for. I'm not lying to you when I'm saying that this Best Way $28 mattress is just as comfortable, and they're rugged, they're strong, and the best part is you don't have to blow them up with a pump or anything. It has a built-in pump with a cord. You plug it in, you turn a switch, it blows up, you shut the switch off, you put the cord away, and you can sleep on the mattress. Perfectly comfortable. You feel like you're on a cloud. It's amazing. So I highly suggest anybody who camps try one of those out. It's fantastic.
We talked about this last time, but we bought those when we rented the
all around Sarah. Hello.
Oh, hello, Sarah. Thanks so much for joining us. We rented a Cruise America, and the bed was horrible. So we ended up going to Walmart and finding these Best Ways for $28, and so they were great.
It's a long story, but yeah.
So then we decided, the bed in the new camper is a queen size. We had gotten a full size, so there was this, half a foot extra.
Something's up with these RV beds. They're not the same as normal. But
anyway, so he's like, "You got to get a good bed. You got to get a good bed." So I ended up ordering this Best Way bed. I couldn't find the $28 one because I'm very cheap, and I would have bought the $28 one. But he's like, you got to get a good one. And the only one I could find was $140 bed. And I'm like, oh, man.
And
So
she said to me, it's 2 feet. What's 2 feet? I said, 2 feet's about like this. And she said, okay. And she asked me again, it's 2 feet. What's 2 feet? About like this. So
anyways, I got the 2 feet high bed. And he put it up some point when I wasn't home. And I went into the camper and he said, oh, did you see the bed?
I couldn't wait.
And I looked at it and I'm like, I can't even get in there.
She would have needed a trampoline to get on it. I'm tall. I had a hard time. She would have needed a trampoline, seriously.
So I'm like, oh my God. And he's like, yeah, that's not going to work, is it? I'm like, no. I'm like, well, did you save the box? He said, no. I'm like, so we can't even return it? He said, no. And I'm like, oh my God. So needless to say,
then we had those other ones.
So then we ended up.
It wasn't a full size.
Right. So we ended up, I managed to find a queen size, $22. Well, it was actually $28, I think, for the queen size.
The queen size.
I got the cheaper one, and
it's a twin size. We don't sleep together because I pee every 2 seconds and she snores. So between the two of us, we weren't getting a whole heck of a lot of sleep. It's no secret.
You gotta tell everybody I snore, really?
I snore too, but anyways, I was up peeing and she's snoring. So for the last, I don't know, few years or so, she has her bedroom, I have mine. So she sleeps in the back with the bathroom door closed so that she can't hear me pee or whatever. And then I can't really hear her snoring because I always have a fan going. So, it works. Plus she sleeps with Sleepy in the back, Sweet Pea in the back.
I get to have Sweet Pea.
So anyway, she ended up getting me the twin size mattress and I sleep on the pull-out couch.
Hi, everybody.
And she got herself full size or
it's queen size.
Queen size mattress. Sleeping is cool on these mattresses. Is my point though. The best way company. $28. You just cannot beat it. It's amazing. So,
I captured Sweet Pea. She's still licking things. So
because if you're not getting a good night's sleep, you can't have fun. You're tired. You're miserable. You don't want to do anything. So we've slept like logs since we've gotten those.
Yeah, they're really good mattresses.
They're like so good. And I always say it's weird because the first night you camp, you don't seem to really get a good night's sleep because you've been hectic all day and you get going and you don't get to bed till late. But then by the second night, you sleep like a log. And we slept really good last night. We probably got like 8 hours.
Yesterday we were out all day.
Even Sweet Pea slept.
Yeah, Sweet Pea. So we put Sweet Pea in her carriage. So you guys will get to see some footage of Sweet Pea in her carriage. She's just too cute.
She's so sweet.
She's old now. Some days she just refuses to walk. See how far she'll go.
Stop.
So she just stops. So we got her a carriage, and so she was in her carriage yesterday. She walked some and did her carriage, but even she was tired. So she actually let me sleep till 6:30. Normally he gets up at 3:15, and I usually get up at 4. So sleep until 6:30 was like, I woke up and it was light out, and I'm like, oh my God, it's light out.
Yeah, and
I felt over to make sure she was still there. Hadn't taken off on me. So yeah, it was too crazy. So
the Sweet Pea usually when we're working, she gets a good 6 hours sleep every day. But on this vacation, she hasn't slept all day. So last
she's
night,
tired,
she was dead meat last night. I mean, she was asleep in my arms before I even laid her on the bed. She was done.
Her eyes, she's tired today too.
So, she's tired. You can tell. She didn't mind sleeping in. Normally, she's up at 3:15 in the morning to pee, period, and then she wants breakfast. So, but that didn't happen. She slept until 6. She was still sleeping. In fact, I got up at 10 minutes to 6, and they slept until 6:30, and I was able to make coffee in the rig and not rock it too much or make too much noise or nothing. And they were like the Three Stooges. Sweepy would snore, Susie would snore, Susie would snore, Sweepy would snore. The only thing missing was in between. It was like all of you that are old enough to remember the Three Stooges.
Three Stooges, yes.
So
thank you, Sarah. She's our little cutie.
She's
a crazy little thing, but
she's very spoiled cutie. But
she's been so excited because she knows that we're getting ready to go on an adventure. We say, okay, we're going to go on an adventure, and all of a sudden, so she started because once we start loading up the camper, she knows.
Hello, Sue from Lucky Dog Productions.
Hello, Sue. So she knows we're going to go on an adventure. So she starts watching and she stays by the door and stuff. And so, then she decides, when you put something in the camper, she doesn't want to come out of the camper. She wants to stay in there. So on Thursday, I'd done grocery shopping and I put the stuff in the camper and I'd drag her out because I had to go. I got to go. I can't stay here. And so I got her out, and then later on, he was home. When he was home, he was putting things in the camper, and she wanted to stay in the camper again. Then she wouldn't come out. She's like, I don't want to come out.
But if you leave her in the camper, she barks.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't. So what do? I take a snack, I throw it on the ground. She comes out of the camper. But anyway,
So yeah, she's ruled by snacks.
snacks, rules,
Yes,
sweet pea,
she's ruled by snacks.
food,
Yes.
crumbs, anything. The dog lives. She's like a vacuum cleaner. I swear to God, one time I was in. There's this place that we walked called not Destruction Brook, but Slocum River Reserve, and it's got this huge field that you walk around the outside of it. Like when you first get to it, it's like, oh my God, I gotta walk around this. It's huge, absolutely huge. This dog was 200 yards away from a Cheeto. Okay, at least 200 yards away from a Cheeto, and her little Boston Terrier nose was down on the ground, and she was onto that Cheeto. I'm telling you, all the way. I could see the orange Cheeto too after a while, and at that point she was a puppy, so I just let her eat it. I probably shouldn't have, but today I wouldn't let her.
She's gonna find it. If there's food around, believe me, she's gonna
She'll find it. A crumb, a minute crumb, a chocolate chip cookie crumb on a rug that's 150 feet by 150 feet. She'll narrow down and find it. It's amazing. She could be one of these dogs that sniffs out drugs or whatever. I'm telling you, if you trained her, she could sniff out drugs. She would find it. She would.
Thank you, Sarah, for coming and joining us tonight for a little while.
Thank
That's
you,
so
Sarah.
special of you. I don't think we'll get to listen to you, Sarah. By the way, everyone, if you haven't checked out All Around Sarah, she has the most beautiful voice, and she does worship. I think she calls it Worship Sunday on Sunday nights usually.
Beautiful.
We're not going to be able to catch her tonight, which I'll be very sad about because I do enjoy her. She's usually on, I think, 7 o'clock if I'm correct on that one. But if you guys haven't checked her out, check her out. She has the most beautiful voice. He said it's like a songbird.
Oh my God!
Because
she sings like a bird.
She does.
Honestly.
She has a beautiful voice. So
I mean, I came into the room the first time I heard her. Susie was watching her. I said, "Who is that?" And she said, "That's all around Sarah." I said, "Oh my God, that girl can sing."
She does have. So if you guys can,
check her out.
Check her out. I'll have to watch it on Monday when we go home. I'll have to see the replay. But so we won't join you tonight, Sarah. But I'll miss you, and I'll catch it tomorrow because I do so enjoy her beautiful voice.
Yeah, and I just want to say one more time, quick, because we've only got a few more minutes there. I haven't responded to anybody's comments since Friday because we've been out of cell phone. So we're in the middle of Vermont. We have no Wi-Fi. We only have Wi-Fi here because we went to my sister's. But where we've been camping, we have no Wi-Fi, and we have no cell phone service. This morning I had a little bit of Wi-Fi that I grabbed, and yesterday morning, and I was able to upload a video. I can't believe it, but we can't take in anything.
Yeah.
I can't get comments. I can't get YouTube. I can't get anything. But I will respond. I always respond to as many comments as we get the best I can. So it won't be until Monday night or Tuesday, but I'll get back to all of you all. I'm not ignoring anybody, but if you can't communicate, you can't communicate. I really wished I could because I feel horrible. I like to comment to people as fast as I can because I like to be responded to when I comment to people too, so.
But we're having fun, so
we're having a blast.
Every now and then you gotta take some downtime, so it's been a really fun.
Oh yeah, it's been
fun couple days, just totally relaxing.
The only snafu was like getting here. That was it.
Yeah, that.
That last couple hours too. Other than that, it was a beautiful trip.
And of course, we've been driving around with Sandy's driving us around, and
I love it.
She has showed us we were literally 10 minutes from where we needed to be. If he hadn't sent us the way he sent us, he kind of sent us the long way around.
Kind of a long way around.
If he had sent us her way, which she said she was going to send us that way, but she wasn't sure about the wires, the electrical wires.
If I had
but we wouldn't even hit any of the construction work or any of that stuff, and we would have just had no trouble, and we would have probably gotten here at 1 o'clock rather than 3:30. So. That's late plans.
We were grooving. Are you kidding me? We called the guy at the campground. We knew where to get propane. We're going to get there early. We were grooving along. We're listening to our country music. We're having a blast. We're driving along. And then, all of a sudden there's road closures. And in the middle of these Vermont woods, there's just dirt roads everywhere. Dirt roads. It's
a lot of
not
dirt roads,
well marked, not, anything. So we were basically...
deer in headlights.
I don't know how to put it other than we were
Fish out of
screwed.
water.
We were just screwed. didn't know where to go. Thank God Sandy came and, you know.
Yeah, she saved us. In fact, our whole plan was that when she got done work, we were gonna stop somewhere and she was gonna lead us in. That was the original plan.
That was
And
the
then,
original plan.
you know, when we talked to John, who is the owner of the hip camp.
The hip camp, it's Meadow,
Meadow.
Woodbury Meadows Hip
Woodbury
Camp.
Meadows.
Beautiful place.
Very nice place. He said, "Oh, come on in. There's no one here. Come on in. You can come in whenever you
We were
want." We were
grooving.
like, "Oh, awesome."
Grooving. Like,
So we decided to
hey.
try to do it on our own, and that didn't work so well.
No.
But thank you to the UPS man too. He was really helpful.
Yeah, the UPS man guy gave me bravery to back into that place because I watched him do it and I figured, okay, I can do it, and gave me some directions the second time. The third time, he just didn't want to bother me
Like
because
waving.
he's like, I just got to keep working. I can't keep
Have a
stopping
good
and
day,
stopping
guys.
to talk to you guys, you know, whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, people in
But
Vermont
three
are
different
so
people
nice.
stopped to help, and one lady was going to let us. Come on, I'm going right by there. You can follow me. But by then, we were waiting for my sister. So.
But what a nice state. It's beautiful. It's
Gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, and the
I can't
people
even
are
explain
so nice.
And there's not like a lot of foliage going on yet, but there's splashes of it here and there.
A few colors
Like if
here
you're
and
driving
there.
along, there'll all of a sudden be a bright red or bright yellow
pretty,
tree or
yeah.
whatever. And they say
Yeah.
probably in a couple of weeks here it'll be at peak. So, and it's hard to figure because, like, it depends on the year when it's going to actually happen. It'll be sometime probably between the end of September and the end of October, but they can't really time it from year to year. It's not like a perfect thing. In other words, it depends on the amount of cold weather they got, the amount of hot weather they get, the amount of moisture they get. Which, by the way, they're in a drought up here, just like the rest of the country too. You know, there's enough rain and stuff to sustain everything, but yeah, they've been in a drought up here for a long time too.
Hello, Andrea from Digging for Health. So thanks so much for coming to visit us.
Digging for help.
And if everybody can remember, hit the like button. We so appreciate it all.
Yep. So, anyways, our hour is just about up, and we want to thank each and every one
So
of you
much.
who has subscribed to us. We want to thank each and every one of you who has visited us today. It means a great
So
deal
much,
to us.
yeah.
Like you can't believe. Thank you. If you can, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for your comments. And if you haven't yet, and you, for some reason, want to watch more videos of us,
Please do.
subscribe. We would fully appreciate having you along as part of our YouTube family.
And thank you to Sue for being our loyal moderator. She's always here to help us out.
Lucky Dog
Dog
become one of our
Productions.
best friends. Yeah. So.
She's a very nice lady
Very
who's
nice
willing
lady.
to help out. She helps out a lot of people. So, are you gonna come and say hi,
Sandy,
finally, Sandy?
Hi.
This is my sister Sandy.
Sandy has been wanting. We've been
She's
wanting Sandy,
she's the lady who does all the nice photography.
Hi, everybody.
and we've been bugging her to come in. She's like, "I'll come in. I'll come in."
She's a little shy. You know, she feels as she's.
He told her she can come. She could tease him if she came in. So I was expecting her to come and poke him.
No, don't poke me. Stop. See, this is what my sister does to me. So, anyways, we thank you all, and we're going to go eat now, and we're not going to be able to communicate with you guys until Tuesday probably. So, I'll probably Monday on the highway. I'll have Susie maybe respond to some of it if she feels like she wants to. So, anyways, thank you so much.
And Lucy, just want you to know that he's gonna try to get her. He's gonna do another batch of Sandy's photography, and he's gonna do his best to get it to the beat of the music. But he may need help, which he's not wanting to.
I think I got it figured out, Lucy.
He thinks he's gonna figure it out, but if not, he's gonna have to ask for help, which is a very hard thing to do. So I told him, I said, ask Lucy; she will help you. So he may need help, Lucy, at some point, so he can get it on
See, this is what I go through.
the beat like he wanted to do. So, anyways, thank you guys
thank
so
you so much, and we'll see you all later.
Oh,
Peace out.
have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
That was good time, and I almost missed it.
You do that on purpose.